What would constitute a successful season for Liverpool?
For Liverpool, a title challenge. Being in the mix at the top of that table come March and April and hopefully May as well. If they're close enough, if they can start to beat the likes of Manchester United and Chelsea and Arsenal more regularly than they lose to them, and sadly that's been the case in recent years, well, that will make the difference. Those games are going to be key as ever, and if they can particularly put 1 or 2 over Manchester United this season and play well enough to do so, as they have done in some games in which they've been unfortunate to lose, then that will signal Liverpool's real intent at the top, and of course avoid the slip-ups against lower opposition which have bedevilled them. Too many draws last season. They've got to be turned into wins. Real harmony at Anfield will help mount that title challenge, but that remains the goal.
I don't think they have the strength in depth in key areas to mount a meaningful title challenge this year. I can see them closing the gap again. I mean, they closed it to within 9 points last year, which was a significant progress on the year before. But I think once again, the key areas, i.e. in the wide positions, there's not sufficient strength in depth.
All the ingredients are there for a great partnership, but what you need for a great partnership is that little bit of magic that can't be scripted really. Connections between players, a sort of almost unspoken understanding between them. That takes time to develop. Rarely does it happen instantly. Look back to perhaps the greatest striking partnership, arguably in Anfield's history, Ian Rush and Kenny Dalglish. When Ian Rush first came into the Liverpool side, he did struggle and he dropped back into the reserves for a period to get his confidence back, to get into the way of things at Anfield, and then of course off he went with Dalglish, and what a partnership they were. Rafael Benitez in so many ways has been very successful as a Liverpool manager. It must have been terribly difficult to manage that club last season, given all that was going on, unprecedented times for Liverpool. So, to expect the club to be at the top of the tree with the owners not speaking to each other and all else that came along, well, is that realistic? It's not a resolved issue that yet, and it may yet be one that resurfaces to haunt Liverpool. Let's hope that it doesn't, and that everybody at the club can realistically pull together, despite the problems between the owners and whatnot. Manchester United and Chelsea have got inordinate riches that Liverpool don't possess. Liverpool's record signing, Fernando Torres, Robbie Keane, £20 million, £18 million, believe what you will. United have just tied up a deal for Carlos Tevez over £32 million and have paid the £18 million for the Owen Hargreaves and the Michael Carricks that Liverpool have balked at when it comes to buying Gareth Barry. So, there are differences in terms of financial status that must be understood. Nonetheless, the zeal remains and the goal remains to land a title. It's been 18 years since Liverpool did that last, and the fans and everybody at the club who has the club's best interests at heart will never ever drop that ambition, and nor should they.